Hey, everybody. I am not wood burning a bear. Just want to make that clear. I am not wood burning a bear. I am wood burning a rune set. But I hit the button before I was ready to go live, and the rune set that I'm making is for a bear. That's why it says wood burning a bear. So let me know if you guys are there and if you can hear me and hear anything. Hey, John, how's it going tonight, this evening? Like I said, I am not wood burning a bear. I am wood burning a bear's rune set. The rune set that I'm burning right now is for comes up here on the channel quite often. He's Nimki Bear, known as Nimki Bear, and he's up in Canada, eh? And the rune set that I'm working on is for him. So that's why it says wood burning a bear. I hit go live before I was done typing my my sentence. But, well, I'm already committed. It's already, heading out here into the YouTube live stream. So I'll just edit it later. Edit the title later and stuff. Good. Glad to hear, John. Hey, Mariah, what's up? Can you guys hear me all right? Can you hear any music? I guess is the next thing I would ask. I've got some music playing, and I think I'm sharing the audio, so I didn't know if you could hear it or not. And if you can't, that's okay. We'll just keep on going here. But I got this rune set that I'm working on for Nimki Bear. It's a driftwood rune set. So I thought I would go live for a bit and spend some time doing that. Give you guys a little bit of a view. Hey there, Matt, Odin's Beard Woodworking in the live chat. What's going on, everybody? Tuning in now. So yeah, you all are having a good night. I'm doing this because, well, first of all, I have to. I have to get this man his rune set. The title says wood burning a bear. Good music, good, awesome. Well, that's Dunheim Radio, just so that way everyone is clear and that YouTube doesn't try to flag me for this. This is Dunheim Thimble Radio, I think it is. It's streaming on YouTube and it's free. And there's no you're not going to get copyright claims for streaming and listening to this music. Awesome. Yeah, I didn't want the music to be too loud and be distracting. But so anyway, I'm doing this rune set. Obviously I have to, because the man paid for it and he's expecting a rune set. But I'm also like wanting to stream live and keep my mind occupied while I'm doing this, because I am currently undergoing a detox sort of thing. It's a voluntary detox, cleanse, whatever you want to call it. It's a cleanse. Oh wow, Thunderhorse with the $5 super chat donation. Thank you, Thunderhorse. Really appreciate that. Appreciate the kindness and generosity. Odin's Beard Woodworking says dealing with haters but carving a big Thor. Yeah, man, I saw your pictures on Thor. He's coming along quite well. Sorry I couldn't make the live stream earlier. I was actually setting up for this and getting things prepared for my for burning these runes. But yeah, man, I hate the fact that you're dealing with haters, but haters gonna hate, just like potatoes are gonna potate. You just keep doing you, man. But yeah, this cleanse, this what do you call it? detox thing that I'm going through right now. I started it on Thursday. I started it on Thursday, and it is a pretty intensive thing. I need to change my life. There's some changes that I need to go through, right? I need to get myself back on track with my health and wellness and stuff, and I needed to do something pretty drastic and pretty heavy duty in order to, make that change go into effect. Everybody watching is the live stream looking okay? Looks a little bit laggy on YouTube, but through where I'm streaming it through looks pretty good. And there's nothing really that I can do about that. I don't think it's streaming through Zoom like I always do. But anywho, like I said, it's I gotta get my life on track, and I needed to do something to really put me in a state of mind where I was committed to it. And so that's what this is for. That's what I'm doing this for. No drinking, no smoking, vaping, no caffeine, nothing. For the next 21 days, or 21 days starting it. Yeah, so for the next 20 days. I started it on the 4th, and so on the 23rd, I'll be stopping it on the 23rd. The 23rd will be my last day. But yeah, so it's a very strict diet, supplement plan, no drinking, no alcohol, no coffee, no nicotine, none of that. And then after 21 days, I'll be like it's like a new me almost. So part of the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to lose weight. I need to lose weight. You may not be able to tell from the camera, from the angles, but I definitely know that I've got weight to lose, and this is going to help me do that. It's not a weight loss cleanse. It's not a weight loss program, but it is a program that will bring weight loss with it. Thunderhorse says, man, I did a detox last month, 10 days, no food at all, only water. Day 3 was brutal. By day 10, I was sleeping better and lost 15 pounds. Yeah, I've done a 5-day water fast where I didn't eat solid food for 5 days. 10 days, though, that is insane. I thought about doing a 9-day fast one time. I think I came close to it. But 10 days is, I guess once you start, like, after the 3rd day, you're right. It's like those first 3 days, the hunger pangs, the irritability, that sort of thing is going to get to you. And that's what they say about like a cleanse like this, detox like this. It's like that 3 to 5 day mark is gonna really affect you. But the difference with my water fast then versus like now is that I am eating solid food. It's just a very structured and restricted diet, very specific stuff. A lot of varieties, just very specific things. And there's a lot of no-nos. There's a lot of things that you're not supposed to eat. And also when I was doing my water fast back when, I was drinking coffee and vaping and doing all that other stuff that helped keep me kind of sane. I was, working out and whatever. But this right here, this is going to be interesting. But Matt says, I've got this. And I appreciate that. So I believe you, Matt. I believe you, and I believe in me. I've got to, right? I've got to do this. There is no, well, if I do it, no, I've got to do it. Mind over matter. It is a lot of mind over matter. Mariah, that 5-day water fast that I went on, that's what it was. A lot of mainly was just putting your mind to it and being committed and being focused and not breaking. So, I drank the last of my whiskey last night, which wasn't a lot. And a portion of that I poured out. My wife and I, we had a fire, and I'm like, let's make this official. I'm about to start something that's a big undertaking, and make this a ritual, you know. And one of Matt's carvings that I bought from him, my Thor carving, brought that out there by the fire, sat with Thor for a bit, and said my piece, and poured the whiskey into the fire, and that was the end of it. That was it. That was my gesture to send something to the gods and sort of seal the deal. You know, like I'm in it now. I've put it out there. Hey, there's the bear. Godfrey Bear has joined the live chat. And you are the bear for whom I am burning this rune set. The live chat, or the not the live chat, but the video title is misleading. It says that I'm wood burning a bear. And I am not wood burning a bear. I am wood burning a bear's rune set. That's why I've got the camera angles the way it is. You can kind of see that I'm doing it. I said I'm doing it, and that I'm doing it. And the reason why I'm here tonight doing it with all of you is, again, to kind of help occupy me and keep me, keep my mind occupied. Doing this for the bear, all the way out in Canada, eh? So we got some Dunheim radio playing, some Thimble radio, good jams going on. Got some good people tuning in. Hello, let's see. Farland says, when are we going to see you start trolling Nazi true groups to take out frustration? And give it time, I guess. Just give it time. I wonder if I should just stay offline for a bit during this whole thing, because I might say or do some things that I later regret. I think I'm pretty responsible. You know what I'm saying? Like the braids that I did with the runes. Thank you. It actually, here's the bracelet that Mariah is talking about. It's just a braided thing, but as you can tell off of the thing here where I had the runes, they fall off. I'm not too crafty enough to get it the right knot work for it to stay on there. I might reattempt to secure them back on there again, but I was starting to get nervous that they were going to fall off and then I was going to lose them like permanently or whatever. So I said I am going to just set these aside for the time being. Yeah, Travis, I remember you commenting on the Facebook post there. Change your name for streaming games. It's all good, man. It's all good. Appreciate you tuning in and watching me do this. As you can tell, I am not wood burning a bear. I am wood burning a bear's rune set. Mr. Godfrey Bear here in the live is just checked in a little while ago, and this is his driftwood rune set that I am currently burning on. So a lot of busyness this week with work and otherwise. I've had some employees have some really tough things happen in their lives. One person, their father-in-law passed away. Then another person got food poisoning, and then another person had a ruptured intestine that they ended up having to get emergency surgery for. Like they were doubled over in pain. They were brought down to they were literally knocked unconscious from the pain, and then when they woke up the next time they were in the hospital getting emergency surgery. So that's all happened just in the last week. Kind of crazy. Thunderhorse says, anyone here from NC, North Carolina? I am in Tennessee, so I'm kind of a neighbor, as it were, of North Carolina. Maybe the title of the video is a good thing in a way. They'd be like, oh wow, he's burning a bear. No, not really. It's not clickbait, but it is. What I did was, Travis, I was typing, wood burning a bear's rune set. And I went to go hit the comma, and I hit return or enter instead, and it sent the it sent the live stream out there, and I'm like, I guess I'm woodburning a bear now, according to YouTube. But yeah, if only, right? Maybe one day. I am not a very good pyrographer. I think that's the name of people who do wood burning really like on a professional level. I'm not a good pyrographer. Pyrography is not my strong suit. I can keep steady lines. I can do steady lines, which is great for doing runes. But aside from that, and the lighting doesn't do this justice, because the way the lighting is and the way I'm holding it, the camera doesn't do it justice. I need good light overhead, so it's kind of like whiting it out. But it's a driftwood piece. Per Mr. Godfrey Bear's request, I like the driftwood pieces. So I says, all right, driftwood pieces, shall it be? Works well as a title. I mean, it got the people in here, like, what are you doing? And then they realize I'm not burning a bear, and they're like, peace, I'm out. There's no point in staying here. Okay, so tattoos. Yeah, I've got. Yeah, lines are great for tattoos, but what's funny too is like, obviously I've got tattoos all over the place, and people for some reason when they like see how many tattoos I have, they're like, oh, you must be an artist, or I'm in a band. I get that one a lot too. What kind of band are you in? What kind of instrument you play? You look like a musician. Point back, I don't play any instruments. I like the drums, but I don't play them. I don't have a drum kit. I've never taken drum lessons. I've fooled around a little bit on microphones, screaming with like metal projects, metal bands, things like that. But man, it's been so long since I've done that. I am far from anything of a musician or a performer. This is what I do. This is what I do now. So if a YouTube content creator that's a heathen had a face or whatever, like, this is it, more or less. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the videos I've been putting out. The last one that I did this past Sunday. Wednesday. Wednesday it was. On I can't even remember my own. Can't even remember my own videos. It was the. Oh yeah, was it? Is it really that important for us to worship the gods, or how important is it really to worship for us as individuals to worship the gods? Something like that. Anyways, you guys can go check that out when and as you're interested in that. So hope you guys enjoyed that video. Got a really cool live stream video coming up here in 2 weeks. Godfrey Bear says he's rather furry and burning, not recommended. Yeah, it's highly flammable, right? Always ends in the skin flute. Travis, you cracked me up. But yeah, so like we got this exciting live stream coming up in 2 weeks. I just posted it on the Facebook page, Twitter, and here on YouTube. So hopefully you've seen it, but if not, you're here now. Mark your calendars for March 19th, which is a Friday, 7 p.m. Central, so 8 p.m. Eastern, for those of you on the East Coast. And for those outside of the domestic U.S. That may be watching this or catching this later, it's adjust accordingly. So 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern on Friday, March 18th. Big live stream planned over here. Going to have guests on here with me, not just in the chat, but actually on screen with me. Guys, we're going to have a big online party. And why is that? It's because on March 18th, Midgard Musings is celebrating our 3rd year running. So I'm curious, how long have you guys been watching Midgard Musings? We got 2 weeks to go before the 3rd year anniversary, birthday, whatever you want to call it, comes up, how long have you been watching the content here on Midgard Musings? How long have you been around and known about what I do here? And where did you find me? Be interested in knowing that. Because Odin's Beard Woodworking is going to be on here. My good friend and brother Dingo is going to be on here. Nightshade from the Flatline to Beatline podcast is going to be on here. Those are the ones that are confirmed. I've got Greg from Raven Moonheart that's going to be on here. Another friend of mine who I also call brother, his name's Richard. He was in a video here a while back. He's not heathen, but he practices like Enochian type magic and things of that nature. So he's a real good friend of mine, and I call him brother. He will be on here. About a year and a half, Mariah Trujillo. You think we can stream both your cams like this? Matt, if you join the stream through Zoom, like we're going to do it through Zoom, then quite possibly. I mean, really don't know how well that would translate. You know, multiple cameras and stuff. We can try it. If it works, great. If it doesn't, we may just be stuck with one. But so Mariah's been here a year and a half. Travis, 3 years already. Says, yeah. He's driving. Well, be careful, man. Thunder Horses found you searching for help on giving offerings. Cool. So you kind of came across the channel here through searching through YouTube, I guess. So that's pretty awesome. Glad to hear that the search engine is working and that the algorithm's doing its job. But we also may have some other guests here on that live stream. I've got somebody confirmed to join, or at least interested in joining. Committed is another thing. Not 100% exactly sure if they're committed to it just yet, but I will be finding more on that soon and updating my, posts and stuff accordingly. So Godfrey Bear says probably very medicated in following shiny things, to be honest. Kind of stumbled across me in the woods, huh? I get it. But yeah, so if we've got everybody who I think is going to be on this, that wants to be on or that said they'd be interested, if everybody that I hope to have here on the 19th is here, it's going to be one fun party. So hope you guys RSVP to that as best you can. You've got your calendars, your event reminders. It's going to be a live stream here on YouTube. So don't miss it. Friday, March 19th. And so yeah. It's got 5 likes and 3 comments. What do we got going on here? Folks are commenting on things. I like to see what folks are commenting on. Oh, my podcast. Never mind. Nothing too important. Somehow you find things, right? Right, Nimki Bear? Right, Godfrey Bear? I said Nimki Bear, Godfrey. I'm so used to seeing your screen name as different things, but rest assured, the bear abides. Can we say that much? Right? Like Big Lebowski where the dude abides. Well, the bear abides. Make no mistake about it. So this is phase 1 of the rune set, Cool. So I was just reading a comment on the post that I made on Facebook from somebody who says, hold your ears while I scream with joy because I can make that, talking about the live stream. That's pretty cool because the the person who commented on that lives in New Zealand. So if you think about Friday night is Saturday morning in New Zealand, and they're excited because they can make it. So that excites me. You know, that's such a monumental and exciting event for us here that other people are getting in on it and feeling excited about it. So I'm excited for your excitement. The bear always abides. I mean, come on, how can you not? You can't be a bear and not abide. Just, don't you know? Can't you see? So yeah, I'm gonna just be talking out loud and kind of venting a little bit, everybody, because you know this whole cleanse, this whole detox thing. You know, you got to figure. I haven't gone a Friday night without a drink in recorded memory. Yeah, I can't remember the last time that I went a Friday night. I may have been sick, or I may have been, you know, yeah, I can't honestly remember the last time I had a drink. That I did not have a drink on a Friday night. Today, March 5th, is the first time in recorded memory that I have not had a drink on a Friday night. It's been years, I can tell you that much. And I'm trying just to not think about it, because the more I think about it, the more I get like anxious about it, you know? And doesn't that say a whole lot about like me as an individual? I'm kind of laying it all out here on the line for you. Like, wow, you know, thinking about having a drink, why just, you know, just stop or whatever. Honestly, I've never been in a position like this before to really think about the feelings, the psychological effects, that things like the habits that we have, the things that we do day in and day out. So this is what's helping me, like, not think about it so much. Again, I'm thinking about it by talking about it. So maybe I'm being oxymoronic. Is that the right application for that term? Oxymoron. Thinking about it while not thinking about it. That's oxymoronic or not, but why are we cleansing? Just curious. So I was mentioning this a little bit earlier, Godfrey, that the reason I'm doing it is because this past year especially has really put some things into perspective. I talked a little bit about it on my last podcast that I put out last night, which I can link for everybody in case they want to listen. But it's on Spotify, it's on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor.fm, the whole bit. I'm on like 8 different platforms with the podcast. But anyways, the reason why I am detoxing or cleansing or whatever is a lot of things came to my mind recently, and I realized that I'm not in the best shape that I want to be in anymore. You know, I used to be really, really active in like the gym, eating right. You know, diet, exercise was a big thing for me. And then when COVID hit and they shut everything down and everybody was like, you got to quarantine and you got to stay away and you got to do this, I fell off the wagon and I stayed off the wagon. So I didn't go back to the gym and whatever. So like this time last year, you know, it's hard to tell from like the camera angles or whatever, but this time last year, I was at least 30 pounds lighter than I am now today. So, and I know that I'm overweight for my build, my frame, everything like that. Like I am not where I should be. So I got to thinking, I'm like, well, maybe I'll just, you know, eat better and I'll exercise some. And I've been saying that now for months. Like I've been saying this for months now, and I haven't done a damn thing about it. So I said, I got to do something drastic. I got to make a drastic jump. I got to do something that's going to commit me to this, that I am not going to just be like nonchalant about it. So a friend of mine, he went through this program and saw great results. It's not a weight loss cleanse. It's literally just something to reset your body and cleanse and everything like that. You know what a cleanse is, a detox. But of course, weight loss is part of it. And like the guy lost almost 20 pounds in 3 weeks. Now, of course, results will vary from person to person, but I said, well, if it's good for him, I trust this guy. You know, he doesn't do stuff all willy nilly. He does his research, and I've heard and seen other results from other people that have done it as well. So I'm going to take the plunge. I'm going to do it. So I did, and you know, spent a bit of money on it, and now I'm in it. I'm in it to win it. So the reason why I'm doing it is because I need to make some changes with my life, health wise, and this was the first step. Once I get done with this detox and cleanse, I will hopefully have gotten into a habit of better practices of health and wellness to be able to continue it on. At least that's my intent. That's my goal. But in order to do that, I had to like cut out everything that I indulge in, all my, called vices, drinking, vaping because of nicotine, caffeine. I haven't had a cup of coffee all week. Well, no, sorry. My last cup of coffee was Wednesday morning, so I haven't had a cup of coffee since Thursday. Last time I didn't have coffee for a week straight, I ended up getting a killer migraine like halfway through it. So I'm kind of gearing myself up for the fact that at some point in time, I'm probably going to wake up in the middle of the night and feel like I'm got screwdrivers going through my skull. But I'll make it through it. I'll just tough it out like I've always done. Suffer in silence. So there's I was. Now this is just the first phase of the rune set. I scribe all the runes in there, and then I go back over and I shade, and give them like a real aged weather look, and it kind of seals in the style of them all. So I almost said seals in the flavor, like it's a Ziploc bag or something. What in the world is that even? Mariah Trio says, it's good that you're doing this. Think of it as challenging, and once it's done, you'll be better mentally and physically. Thank you, Mariah. I appreciate the cheers, the rooting for me kind of deal. I appreciate that. Just made butter tonight. Booze will definitely put the pounds on you. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And let me tell you something. Over the last year, I have spent more on booze, and I have consumed more booze in the last year than I have probably in a very long time combined. And I love scotch, so like working from home and not having to like drive to work or whatever. I've been able to find a lot of new scotch flavors, brands, varieties, things that pique my interest. And it definitely is something that will pack the pounds on quickly. So yeah, so like Thunder Horse gained 25 pounds, no gym, combined with having a new baby girl that's fattened you up. Kids, man, I'm sure that'll do it. It'll fatten you up or run you ragged. They'll eat you out of house and home. My sister is pregnant with her first child, and her and my brother-in-law, they're expecting their first child. My niece found out a couple weeks ago that it's going to be a girl, and she's expected in June. So we're really excited about that. It's going to be my first, niece nephew thing. She's going to be my first niece. She's my only sibling. My sister is, of course. So I don't have any other siblings to have, nieces or nephews with. So pretty excited, and not just pretty excited, really excited. So we have plans on going to New York to see them after the baby's born, probably like in July or so, July I think is the plan. Because the cool thing too, right, is that the due date for my niece is June 19th, June 18th, June 19th, something like that. Oh man, you said the magic word, Thunder Horse. You said Lagavulin. Lagavulin, my dude. Dingo, one of the guys who's going to be on this live stream in a couple of weeks, and he's my Govi, and he's a brother of mine. He just found out that he's going to be starting a new job in a couple of weeks himself, and he bought himself a Lagavulin 16 year as a form of celebration. He's showing it to me. I'm like, bro, you know that I'm like abstaining right now, right? He's like, yeah, I'm sorry, man, but I just had to tell you, I'm going to enjoy it for you, man. I'm going to enjoy it. You know, I want to have a drink for you. I said, yeah, I bet you will. You know, no, but I'm happy for him. But man, yes, Lagavulin is great. My favorite right now is Smokehead. So smoky and so peaty. I'm a big Islay fan. And that was the last of what I had here was Smokehead. I do love the Lagavulin. I haven't never had the 16 year, but what he was describing it to me, like, you know, it's very clean, very peaty, not highly smoky, but just, you know, peaty and figs and pears and all these like complex flavors. And I was like, you know, drooling over here, knowing that I can't have any of it. But otherwise, I'd be like, I'm coming to your house and we're going to have some together. It's like, no, man, I'm going to save you some, this, that, and the other. So hopefully he doesn't drink it all and he keeps to his word and he saves me some. I would love it. But I like the Lagavulin 8 year. I like Talisker Storm specifically. What was it? Smokehead. Oh, another one, Ardbeg. Very peaty, very smoky. Love it. I think it's a 10 year that I've had before. I'm a big fan of the Highland Park Viking Honor. That's always like a staple. If I never know what to get, that's going to be one of them that I get. I'm going to tell you one that's really surprising to me. That was a good single malt is the Ardmore. And I was surprised at how good it was because of the price. Around here, the Ardmore runs under $40 a hand, which is insane for a single malt. And it's good. It's like a 10 or 12 year, I think. I think I did a podcast where I like reviewed it and like describing it, and I was like raving about it because I couldn't believe that for like under $40, you got this really, really good single malt Scotch. I think it's a Highland, if I'm not mistaken, but it's got some peaty notes to it. And I'm like, shoot, man, if you're wanting something good, something decent, and you know, on a budget, go with the Ardmore, man. Can't go wrong. It was nice hanging out with you too, Mariah. Thank you for tuning in and watching the live stream. Have a good time with your classes. So, oh wait, you said hope it goes well with your cleanse. I thought you said something to do with your classes. I can't read. But thank you very much for the encouragement. No booze, you turn into a pirate. Don't usually end well, but it's memorable. Yeah, Godfrey Bear. My wife is like, when she found out that this is what I was doing, she's like, wait, so no coffee, no scotch, and no vaping for 3 weeks? Yeah. She said, okay, I'll be gone for 3 weeks, and you just call me and tell me when I can come back. She's like, because I don't want to risk it, and dealing with your cranky ass while you're going through it. And I was like, man, that's harsh. That's harsh. She knows me too well, but she's not left. Believe it or not, she's like, hey, you know, you can do it. You know, she's very encouraging, and she's there by my side to be, you know, to cheer me on, so to speak. So she wants to go to Nashville tomorrow and do some stuff, and I'm like, well, what do you want to do? First of all, secondly, I can't go out and eat really, because everything that you go out and eat, it's, you know, you never know, like this diet that I got to be on is super restrictive, to the extent that it's, you know, you can eat a lot of different things, but you know, no extra salt, no fried foods, no sweets, no, you know, it's got to be like fresh vegetables, fresh fruit. as far as like seasoning goes, when I'm cooking, it's like, yeah, you use like herbs, but not like no extra salt, no sugars. You know, drinking wise, and I don't drink like beverages outside of alcohol. Like I only drink water whenever I go out to eat anyway. But in terms of like going out to eat, I'd have to like look through some things and be like, well, if we go somewhere, it's gonna have to be like really, really specific. And I don't know. She wanted to go to like the bookstore up in Nashville. It's a discount bookstore called McKay. So we may do that. Spend time together. Enjoy each other's company. I think tomorrow's weather is supposed to be pretty nice. Take a look at the forecast. Yeah. 56 and sunny. 56 degrees and sunny. With a low of 25. How do you do? That's Tennessee for you, man. You go from 60 to down to the 25 degree dip. Crazy. Mrs. is here watching you make her runes. Awesome. Cool. Well, hello, Mrs. Bear. Thanks for also joining and watching. Working on your driftwood rune set. At least the first phase of it. I'll probably call it a night once the line work is all done. Do the shading and stuff tomorrow over the weekend, because that's the part that takes the longest. That's the real tedious part of getting all the shading and stuff right to get it looking good. So they will be out in the mail next week for sure. That is a guarantee. So, and then from there, however long it takes to get to Canada. Never shipped to Canada before, so who knows? Not really sure. Hopefully it won't take too terribly long. Yeah. This is good therapy, man. It's therapeutic, believe it or not. Wood burning. Doing this at least. It's therapeutic. Get this angle right. The camera's not going to do it justice because of all the lighting that comes from up above, so I can see what it is that I'm doing. You guys are enjoying your evenings, mornings, nights, whatever, wherever it is that you are. Hope you're enjoying it. Save that one aside. That one's got a little bit of damage to it. It's actually got a pretty severe crack in it. I'm not gonna pick a different one. Make a Berkana with. I'll have to go through my other runes pieces, the other driftwood pieces, to make sure I find a better one, because I don't want to sort of see. That's a pretty. I didn't notice it before, but it's a pretty substantial crackage going on right there, and I don't want to. It's not. It's the integrity of the piece could be compromised, especially in travel. So I don't want to do that. We'll find one that's more intact, completely intact. So sitting here listening to some awesome tunes on the Fimble radio, Dunheim radio. This is called Eldom by Bonadogger. Bonadogger by Eldom. I think it's Eldom by Bonadogger. Whatever it is, sounds awesome. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Whatever you can hear. Can you hear it pretty good? You can turn it up some. Turn it up some. Don't do that, Jesse. You are not Trace Adkins. Thanks for reminding me. My wallet reminded me about that just today, that I am not Trace Atkins. But it's all right. I don't want to be Trace Atkins. Trace Atkins can be Trace Atkins. He's pretty good at it, I'd say. You know, he's pretty good at being himself. I reckon I'm pretty good at being myself too, for the most part. Try to be, at least. Oh yeah. So what's everybody else up to? What's everybody else getting into these days? Told you all about my situations. Got people going to rupturing their intestines. Can you imagine? I can't imagine. I don't want to imagine. That sounds horrifying. I told my wife about it. So, you know, one of my employees went to the hospital and had to have emergency surgery due to a ruptured intestine. And my wife was like, you know, that like he could have died. It's like, I guess I've never heard of a ruptured intestine, you know? Heard of like a ruptured appendix or ruptured disc. I didn't know that an intestine could rupture. What am I supposed to say? You know, I didn't know. It's like, it sounds you know, it just sounds so horrifyingly awful. But the good thing is that that employee is out of the hospital and is in recovery. That employee actually called me today, you know, and said, "Hey, I'm out of the hospital." I was like, "Yeah, you know, good to hear your voice." And he said, "Well, I had to call you. I had to hear your voice and stuff." And I was like, "Man, that's touching, you know." And he was all like, "I'm, you know, so anxious to get back to work." And I was like, "Well, the last thing you need to be worried about is getting back to work. And you just got out of the hospital from a ruptured intestine. The first focus should be on healing and recovering and getting back up to your health, you know." This is Bear here, loving how they're looking so far. Grateful and honored to have you make them for me. Well, thank you so much, Mrs. Bear. I appreciate the kind words. Hopefully you will enjoy the final outcome. I will be sure to send pictures your way before I ship them out, as I do with all my clients when and as I can. So glad that you are enjoying it so far. Hello there, Amelia Sutton. Hail and welcome. Hadn't seen you comment yet before, so if you've been watching, thank you for tuning in. She says, been there, got 2 weeks in the hospital and an abdominal wash. Glad to hear they're on the mend. Yeah, no, they said, like, you know, this employee was like, you know, I need to lose weight. I need to do this. He's like, I don't now. He's like, I lost all kinds of weight. Well, I'm sure that's not the way you wanted to lose it, but you know, there's that. Try to find the positive in things, right? How did it happen? I didn't get that much out of him, you know. I don't know. He said he'd been dealing with some pain and issues lately, like recently, and you know, he's like, I just kind of been toughing through it, you know, doing what I need to do. And he said, just one day, he said it brought him down, and then he said, the next thing I know, I woke up and I'm in the hospital. Like, that's scary, man. Can you imagine that? Like, it's fortunate that he was somewhere where somebody saw him, like, and was able to get him to the hospital. Imagine being alone and something like that happens and nobody sees you for hours and you're just like laying there unconscious. Like, it's horrifying. You think about it, but he is on the mend, out of the hospital. It's like, I should be back to work in 2 weeks. I said, well, you should be focusing on recovering. I said, if you can make it back, fine. Like, just keep me posted, but don't stress about it, you know. And then another one of my employees, you know, really sad. Their father-in-law passed away. They were really close. It was her husband's father. He had been, I guess, on some declining medical states. I don't know all the details. Wouldn't share it anyway here, but finally just reached the point where he said life was enough and just gave up the fight. So all that happened. This guy having a ruptured intestine. This other employee whose father-in-law passed away, and then same week I get a call and somebody's like, I can't come into work today. I think I got food poisoning. I'm like, is there anything else? Anybody got anything else they want to have happen right now? All this while I'm trying to train new employees and get people up to speed and work and maintain our business and everything like that. It's just, woo, it's been a time. And all of that while I decide I'm going to go through this detox cleanse thing. Perfect timing, right? But like they say, when it rains, it rains. When it rains, it pours. There's manas. 4 runes left on this set. And we'll just keep on trucking, we'll just keep on going with these 4 sets on the live stream. And then when I get done with that, actually 5, I got 5 left because I got to get another piece for Berkana. What if I have another? It's over here somewhere. I'm very organized, as you can see. I have my items in a grocery bag. Put that sucker over here and work on that when I get done with all the rest of these. Thunder Horse so he had a collapsed lung like that. Ooh wee. That doesn't sound like fun at all. I mean, none of it sounds like fun. Don't get me wrong, all of it sounds terrible. But a collapsed lung. Ugh. Pneumothorax is what the hospital told me. Spontaneous pneumothorax. Wow. Spontaneous pneumothorax. That sounds like a band name. Not to make light of the situation or take away from its severity, but I feel like if you wanted to have what would be a good style of music for a band called Spontaneous Pneumothorax. A lot of blast beats, I think, a lot of deathcore, thrash, maybe some jazz elements, like a progressive deathcore thrash band called Spontaneous Pneumothorax. Yeah, make that happen. Make it happen. Spontaneous Pneumothorax opening up tonight at the Agora. I don't know why the first venue I thought of was the Agora. The Agora is not even a thing anymore. Last I heard, I think was it Cleveland, Ohio, Cincinnati, somewhere in Ohio was the Agora. Is it still around? You know what? It might still be. I might be thinking of Peabody's. I'm not even from Ohio. Why was that the first thing? I guess it's just because, sporadic. What is it? Not sporadic. Spontaneous pneumothorax at the Agora. It rolls off the tongue. It seems like it'd be the place to catch those crazy cats. You know what I mean? And you guys going to the spontaneous the SP show tonight? You guys gonna be at the SP show tonight? Hell yeah, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be standing outside waiting in line at the Agora, man. You best believe. I've got my windbreaker, and I've got my Chucks, my Vans, and I got my flat build, and I'm gonna be skanking. I'm gonna be mowing the yard, man. I'm gonna be picking up change at the Spontaneous Pneumothorax show. featuring "Sick of It All" and Madball, and then the other opening band is going to be Moose Goblin Fury. Those are the local guys from like next town over. They're the local band. Sounds like an opening act for Iron Maiden. Hell yeah. Iron Maiden puts on a great show. I don't know if you guys have ever seen them, but I've seen them once, and it was in 2013 over there at Bridgestone Arena in Nashville. And well, you want to talk about performers, man, and the production, their stage presence, everything is just out of this world. Bruce Dickinson, kidding me? The guy's like 65, 70 years old, running around out there like he's in his 20s for 2 hours straight. Song after song after song. You know, those guys in spontaneous pneumothorax could learn a thing or two. Just like when they play shows with their hometown buddies, hell bent for pogo sticks. You know, those guys are nuts. They cancel every show that they put on, ironically. They're like, "Hey, did you guys not make the show that we didn't have?" And you sit there going, "What does that even mean?" They're like, "Hey there, try it TL, hello, welcome. We're sitting here talking about, I am not carving a bear, by the way, or wood burning a bear. You may have noticed that by now, that I do not have a bear in front of me. I have rune sets for a bear. Dare me to brand my arm? I dare you to not. How about that? There's no reason for me to do that. But thanks for the excellent idea. But yeah, spontaneous pneumothorax, hellbent for pogos, hellbent for pogo sticks. Those guys that just ironically cancel all their shows and then ask you, "Did you make the show?" You're like, "Wait a minute, there was a show? I thought you canceled it." "Yeah, we did." "Did you make it?" You're like, "What?" Those guys. Those friggin' guys. Thank you. We are burning some rune sets. I am making a rune set for Godfrey Bear. Treach. Okay, Treach. Well, I'm sorry for mispronouncing that at first. My apologies, but it's great that you corrected me. So thank you so much, and thank you for tuning in to the live stream. Got a really big live stream event coming up here in a couple of weeks on this channel. It's the 3-year anniversary, 3-year birthday, whatever you want to call it, of this channel. Midgard Musings is on its 3rd run this year, and we are going to be doing a big live stream party on the 19th toy to come to me. I think Ocean, you know, I would love to be featured on it. That was Woodburning we just heard. Yep. That was Woodburning. Hey, go with Opala. What are y'all's weekend's plans? Want to see that Thunder Horse, Othala? Yep. As soon as I get done with it. Again, this is just the line work of these sets. There's still more work to be done on these to give them their weathered appearance, their weathered look. So when they're all said and done, I usually post pictures on my social media and here on YouTube and everywhere to show you like the end result. So there's Othala. So now I need to set this aside for a moment and get Arcana. So I always, draw on there first, get a nice line work going to trace over or to follow with my wood burner. Oh, you want to see that? You want to see the ocean keltoid? And I think, yeah, I knew that. Telling you, I don't know if it's the hour or if it's the fact that I'm not usually I'm usually sipping on something. This is a different state of mind, Reading and watching the UFC card tomorrow. Nice. Try and get Big Thor done. Nice, Matt. Yeah. I wonder how many hours you put into that all total when it's all said and done. Writing for D&D all weekend. Cool. Yes. I will definitely be doing some more wood burning on this tomorrow, and we'll see. Maybe I will go live again here for that. We shall see what's on my plate for tomorrow evening. Might be spending time with the wife. We shall see. Regardless, there will be more rune burnings tomorrow. Finish up Mr. Godfrey and Mrs. Godfrey Bear's rune set. Okay. Get this bad boy back over here. Make do with what I got. I got a little stone poster, so that way when I make things, if I slip or whatever off of the wood, it doesn't burn my tabletop. Robert Sass has a book on Saxon heathenry. Yep. I actually have talked to Robert before about getting him on the channel. And shoot, when was the last time I talked? It's been a couple of months. 7 hours so far, Matt. Wow. That doesn't surprise me. I'm going to guess that you're going to have a total of 11 hours into that thing before it's all said and done. Looking really good, by the way. Yeah, I've talked to Robert online, invited him on the channel. And he's for it, at least the last time I talked to him. Just got to work out the details. So I might have him on the channel here in the next, couple of months or so, or we'll figure something out if he's still interested. And like I said, it's been a couple of months since I last spoke to him, and when we did, it was through a post that he had made, and I suggested it, and he's like, "I'd definitely be interested in that." You know, we messaged again separately out of that post, and he indicated there was some things going on that he was going to need some time to work through, and said it's no problem, no rush, but we'll see what happens. I am not a Saxon heathen or a historical reconstructionist heathen myself, but a lot of the things that I've come to learn and adopt have been through the help of people like Robert. I know he gets a lot of mixed feelings online. People have things they say about him, but I will overlook that, you know. And I'm not in it for the drama. I'm in it to learn. So Robert has helped me do that, given me places to look, things to look into, research to perform, helped me in my pagan path, and that's what I appreciate about him. All right, almost done with Berkana. Another one of my favorite runes. It's one of the runes that my wife and I pulled together, and it's she made me this neat little like plaque that I keep right by my altar that has Berkana, Ewaz, and Gabo burned onto the plaque. It's a heart-shaped wooden plaque. So Berkana means a lot to me for that reason alone, as we pulled it together. Those 3 runes we pulled together one night, so will always have a special place in my heart. All right. Maccabee Designs, just found this was running now. Yes, and as you can see, I am wood burning a bear. I am not wood burning a bear. I am wood burning rune sets for a bear, or a rune set for a bear and his wife, Mr. and Mrs. Bear. If I can get this stupid thing right, there we go. But that was actually the last rune to burn for this. So turn that off before I burn the house down. Normally, like I said, I would be sitting back and talking with you guys and gals for the rest of the however long and be like, sip on this scotch, have a vape or whatever, but can't be doing that, right? I'm all on this cleanse sort of thing. So let me do something here real quick. Let me there we go. Now that I'm done, now that I am done burning the runes for tonight, turn that other camera off and just have the one main view going. So yeah, thank you for tuning in, Maccabee. Favorite rune is Berkana. You said it's favorite rune for different reasons. Some darker than others. There's a little bit of darkness in all the runes, I think, but darkness isn't a bad thing. Berkana is a dark rune. It is a rune of sanctuary, concealing, secrecy to some degree, you know, but for good reasons, protection, that sort of thing, motherly love, as it were, the way I see it, at least. So I think that's it for me tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to cut this one off. Been streaming now for an hour and a half, almost, and got the rune set started. All the line work is done, and so now all it lies for me to do is to change the wood burning tip on that equipment and shade the pieces. So depending on my plans for tomorrow night, I may come back on here and stream more to finish the rune set. I may just be with my wife and we may be doing things together, and I may be not streaming online. But regardless, the rune set will be finished this weekend and be shipped out to Canada first thing next week. So you guys just follow my social media. I'll post pictures of the completed set on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. So yeah, I want to say thank you to everybody, especially thank you to Thunder Horse for the $5 super chat donation earlier. That was greatly appreciated and kind. Thank you to Godfrey Bear and Mrs. Bear for joining and watching. Thank you, Chainmail. Thank you, Tria. Thank you, Maccabee Designs, Amelia, Mariah Trujillo left the chat earlier, Travis, everybody spoken and unspoken. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching tonight's live stream. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet already, and share the videos for more people to become a part of Midgard Musings. We're coming up on 3 years running here in 2 weeks. That live stream is going to be a big, big fun party on March 19th at 7 p.m. Central Time. So mark your calendars. It is a upcoming, premiere sort of thing. So make sure you're there. Friday night, March 19th at 7 p.m. Central. So until we speak again or see each other again in this sort of way, thank you all again for your constant and ongoing support. Hail, take care, and be safe. See you guys next time.